All right. Hey, folks. Maybe some of you may remember me, but some may not. My name is Sugim. I'm the security advisor for the Asia Pacific F-Secure Response Lab. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what we do. Thanks, Jason, for the introduction, and nice to see some of the guys here. Some of you who may not know, quick 30-second sell of myself. Born and raised in Malaysia. Yes, they let me back into the US. So I put my fingerprints there, and then I came back in. But anyway, I spent about 10 years in the IT security industry over here. Used to work with Jason and guys. Spent 12 years in Hawaii, very beautiful place, and 4 years ago, I went back to Malaysia. I joined F-Secure about 3 years ago, and I'm based in the F-Secure Response Labs in Kuala Lumpur. That used to be the tallest building in the world, but I think the one in Dubai took over. Anyway, quick overview about F-Secure and what we do. We were founded in 1988, based in Helsinki in Finland. So Kuala Lumpur with the largest office outside of Finland. We're about 300 guys in Kuala Lumpur. We listed on the stock exchange in 1999, and today we are involved with a bunch of services, from antivirus products to content cloud products, including online backups. And we serve as a service for consumers, corporate, and as well as operators. So ISPs, we do delivery services for them. We're around the world. We have about 1,000 people worldwide, 20 offices around the world. So that's a beautiful picture of very cold Helsinki. Right now is a beautiful summertime. That's our headquarters in Helsinki. That's my office in Malaysia, very hot place. So they love to come to Malaysia. That's my fancy office where we do all the monitoring, basically from hunting for viruses, hunting for malware, to collection and samples and analysis. So partially it's all done here in the KL office, as well as our Helsinki office. So what's my topic today going to be about? All right. The mobile platform has been a big deal. Deviant has already talked about it yesterday, about cool tools to how to back up your phone, how to protect rights and permissions. So today I'm going to tell you a few more stories about some scary stories about Android. Okay, so gone were these days where phone was just a phone. First and foremost, let's play a spot the difference game. What's the difference between the first screen and the second screen, or the second picture? Yes, nothing is correct. Basically today, how do you spot a malicious app? You're almost down to zero. Unless you go into reviewing the developer, looking at the packages, looking at the certificate where it is signed, you probably wouldn't know where your application will come from. All right. Not too long ago, actually 3 weeks ago, our labs, we did some hunting and we found some major tainted apps in the Google Play Store. Of course, we're trying not to beat down Google. Any Google guys here? No, nobody from Google? That's okay. All right, so we're trying not to beat them down, but they have a really good security system in place called Bouncer. And they still catch really well a lot of malicious activities. But in today's day and age, and how easy you can submit an app and repackage it, it's really, really difficult to find out which is real and which is not real. Gilbert 8338, these were some examples of how developers or hackers or malware writers could repackage these Trojans into the applications and put it online into Google Play Store, which for most of us, we just download it right away. 3 weeks ago, was it Bad Pigs or Bad Piggies? Which is the real one? You guys play games? No? None of you play Android games? All right. Yes. So we have bad pigs or bad piggies. They actually repackage a lot of this and put it back on the web. For example, Bad Piggies is a real name, right? So this guy, Dan Stokes, basically downloaded the Bad Piggies, put malware inside, and stick it back up to the store and make it look like as if you wouldn't know. So for most people, they will just download either one of these guys. And these two are definitely infected. That's how you get malware into your phone. In fact, he will list it right when you do a search, bad pigs, so that they were always on top. Right? So that's how you do it. So this, we found it about 2.5 weeks ago. Really, we informed Google and all that stuff, but it just tells there's no safe place out there right now. So besides not only bad pigs, they also did a few more like Fruit Chop Ninja, Paper Toss 2, all from the same guy. So this is very common today, and that's how most Android phones get infected today. Maybe Google doesn't like me to put this slide up, but based on what we actually hunt and see out there, we do see about at least a 5 to 10% apps out there which are actually could be tainted with not really malware, but could be also potentially adware. It's hard to categorize riskware, adware, and PUA now, right? Potentially unwanted applications. So that's what we see today. Now, you might think that it's nice and safe, right? So free is good. Most of our work done today is time spent looking for third-party markets. We call them site loading. So for most of you Android users, you love free games? Yes. The next time somebody sends you a free WhatsApp, free Angry Birds, free this and that, most likely they are hosted in some sites in China or Eastern Europe. We have seen enough of this, third-party sites. Usually it's free to load. So these are favorite battlegrounds and playgrounds for hackers to put all the tainted applications up there. All right, I don't have much time left, right? So, mobile has become such a big deal. I know Deviant has went through this, so I don't want to repeat this again. We spend more time reading email on the mobile today than on your laptop. And I'm sure that's very true, if you can see that trend going up there. Which means this kind of like work with the trend that I just showed earlier. These are the fresh malware that samples for mobile security I collected about a few months ago. This is based on the number of families. So they are not, we don't blow them up by detections, right? Detection always look like, oh, we have 10,000 of this, 20,000 of this. But this is just by family, and the number of viruses we see, the new ones comes out every 3 months. So if you can see from Q1 of last year to Q1 of this year, every 3 months, we're seeing 150 new types of malware. So that's some scary stuff. I don't know about you. Compared to many years back, F-Secure, we used to be one of the pioneers in doing antivirus for, well, so-called Symbian today. That's when, as you see the red part here, most of the malware are actually focused on Symbian. In Europe, it's a really big thing. There's a lot of cash cards, a lot of payment using the phone. So this means that there really actually a big decline from Symbian at 62% to last 2 years ago, about 30%, and Symbian going down. And guess who's coming up? Android. If I'm a virus writer today, I'll probably look for a new playground, which is a smartphone. And the thing is, none of us really take precautions about our smartphones. Deviant mentioned, how easy is it to do the swipe thing. So a lot of information can be lost, especially your pictures, company data. And why do they do this? So we just think, oh, it's only company data and information. It's about the money. We did an analysis for the Q1 of this year, the last 3 months. More than, I would say, 70% of the malware today are profit motivated. So these guys here, they either somehow steal money from you, or they steal your information and sell it for money. Now you'll be asking, how do you make money from having a malware in your phone, right? Who here heard of premium SMS? No? Not too popular in the United States, but in many places around the world. premium SMS is where they make money. For example, right over here, I pulled this out of some messages we got from Malaysia, our subscribers. So first, they sent you a Samsung content update. Hey, click here to download this. Well, this flyby download will get you a JavaScript into your phone, so depending if you can execute it. So once installed, like for example, this in Malay means 18 plus. I mean, like, duh. You know what that means, right? Video hangat means very interesting video stuff. So this guy, we were actually is a case I was working on. He has actually dropped these links into about 200,000 subscribers, and once executed, if you read the code, these are the SMS shortcodes over here. One SMS to a premium SMS content costs $4. So this malware actually sends about 5. So you're talking about $20 per phone, per infection. And of course, they give you all these fancy pictures here just to make you feel better. But of course, you don't know what is all this happening behind the scenes. So these guys, we checked the link. They have been clicked 100,000 times over like 2 to 3 days. Let's say he has a success rate of 20%. That's 20,000 clicks times $20. 400K for 2 days. It's not bad. So that's how you make money. And of course, you get all more mobile malware examples I can show you. This is the one that happened in South Korea. Well, especially the crazy things that's happening in South Korea right now. This thing posed as a SMS silence Android malware. It's a Starbucks app. But basically what it does is monitor your SMS. And today, you don't even get spam not only on your emails, right? They're actually propagating through emails into your phone as well. This, for example, Stealth is one of the malware that they pretended this is in India. Tata is a major India group. All right. And more, of course, social engineering. Who here would like to save more battery on your phone? Like half the time we carry a big brick so we get more juice. But if you look at this, battery improve. They pose as battery improve. I mean, seriously, does it really improve your battery performance? But what it does is collect all this information, carrier information, IMEI. Ooh, that sounds familiar. How we can make 2 phones ring at one time. That video is not shot in the United States from yesterday. All right. And last but not least, we foresee a lot of spyware and the growth too. Based on what we've seen, spyware is actually one of the best, most sold today. This is one example, spymob.a. Do you really care about it? But let me show you something interesting. I have 5 more minutes? Okay. Well, spyware today can do some serious stuff. Besides catching cheating spouses. This is an example of what spyware can do, from recording what you are talking in the other room to taking pictures from your camera. So it's nice to keep that camera taped up. And everything else, SMS messages, WhatsApp, IM, Facebook, IM, so on and so forth. So that's on the rise. And this is actually one of my colleagues in Hong Kong having fun. So if you see here, I was kind of spying on him, but yeah, that's our Hong Kong office. But that explains what spyware could do. We're actually foreseeing it's going to be on the rise. And there's actually no way to tell whether they're running unless they're really good with it. All right. So, who has an Android phone and your contract is up for renewal in the next 3 months? No? Wow, you guys either have a really latest phones or you don't use Android at all. But if you do, you're probably using a really old version of Android. Google released something a few weeks ago. Only 4% of them runs on the latest version today. Which means those of you guys who are right here, you're the most vulnerable. So FYI, interesting fact. Another interesting fact before I end this talk. This used to be how things were in the 90s, early 90s. Microsoft get all the shit for like, oh yeah, they suck and Windows XP and believe it or not, Down the Dope is still one of the highest detected malware in our detection systems. Can you believe how many XPs are out there? So anyway, back to this story. In the computer platform, we always see this complaint all the time, and Apple and Linux, they get the nice and dandy, being secure and all that, but things have changed for the smartphone market. This has actually been inverted the other side. Microsoft and Apple didn't pay me to say this stuff. This is purely based on, statistics. Which brings me to the last thing. Tomorrow is a big day for Apple. What's that day? This thing turns 6 tomorrow. And as far as I know, as far as we have keep track of, we actually only have seen 2 variants of malware for iOS. One of them is iKey. What it does is it's kind of a proof of concept. But who jailbreaks your iPhone? No? If you do, it will probably affect you. Why is that so? Who knows the jailbroken iPhone password, default? Yes, Alpine right here. So if you didn't jailbreak, you're safe. But if you have, you might be a target. So far, we've seen 2. Again, Apple didn't pay me to say this, but in my opinion, they have been doing a pretty good job. All right, so that's it for my short mobile information. Again, F-Secure, we are a consumer product line. We have a whole bunch of antivirus for different systems, PC, Mac, Linux, mobile security for smartphone and tablets. We are not that well known, but we're coming out. In fact, we're one of the most rated best antivirus, so say by avtest.org. And then, of course, we have corporate and enterprise product as well. We cover from laptops to servers to email and web filtering, so on and so forth. And the best part is the management for BYOD, especially for all those of us dealing with CEOs who reluctantly want to use this or anything else that beyond your control. That's how you use management portals to manage all these guys, delete them, and manage them. Last but not least, operators are one of our biggest customers as well. We cover 200 operators around the world, from providing security services to their subscribers, as well as Content Cloud. So we provide like a backup Content Cloud for the ISP for their subscribers to back up their phone. We have that platform as well. OK, that's our fancy world map. If you want some fancy real-time stats, feel free to take a look. We show some nice stats. As I say, Down the Dope today, I took this snapshot about a few hours ago. It's still number 3 detected. I don't know why. If you're using XP, please turn it off. For more information, we publish our mobile reports every quarter. So the last one is right here. So feel free to take a read. Last but not least, feel free to follow us. We have a web blog where I usually blog about the newest findings, as well as some sites, our Facebook, and that's it.
Awesome. Thanks again. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed in your attendee bag, F-Secure donated 300 VIP subscription cards, which is their full suite, everything?
It's a full suite, internet suite, good for 1 year, both mobile and PC.
Yeah, so really cool donation. Thanks again.